Hello everyone. Today we are going to speak about self-regulation and the surrogate decision maker. Self-regulation is nothing but ability to control yourself. There are a lot of methods. Maybe you're controlling yourself through meditation or through yoga or through Reiki practices or through counseling. Like that, many methods are there. You're going to control yourself in the different conditions or in the stressful conditions. So this aspect comes under business protocol itself. Okay. So we are going to study about the principles of a business protocol bit later. Let me to go to surrogate decision maker. Surrogate decision maker is nothing but taking the decision on behalf of some other person. You know the power of attorney. Sometimes if a person is not well and if a person is not in a country or for some other reason, a person who is specified by the owner is taking the decision on behalf of owner himself. So that is called power of attorney. Then you know delegation of authority. So authority is divided and on behalf of a hierarchy, one person or the subordinate is taking the decision. Then in charge, sometimes principal will not be there and on behalf of the principal, any of the other, I mean the next senior lecturer or the professor will going to sign in charge. They will sign in black ink, right? So that is called in charge. So a person who is taking the decision on behalf of another person is called surrogate decision maker. Fine. Now we'll go for the self regulation. So self-regulation comes under business protocol itself. I think this is the last concept of this particular unit. So let me to go for this once again. Business protocol is behaving in an appropriate manner has become a key strategy to getting and staying ahead in the business world. So if you want to stay in the business world for a longer time, your behavior, the organizational behavior should be a proper one. So good business protocol will help your business go more smoothly. Let's go for the principles of business protocol, which we are already studied. Once again, let me to see. Be on time. Being on time shows the respect for the people with whom you meet. If you will be late, call and give an estimate when you will arrive. So if you are late, you should inform that one too. If you arrive late, you may disrupt the presenter, means your client may be disappointed or unhappy about you. Set a realistic deadline. Okay, like there are some persons who are still in home and they will say they are on the way. So that should not be there. You should set the realistic deadline. The second principle is be discreet. Keep a confidential informations. Okay, so some of the confidential informations about the firm or about the businesses should not be disclosed for anyone. It may be for public or it may be for external stakeholders or it may be for your client. Okay, don't spread good or bad gossips. Then the third principle is be courteous, pleasant and positive. So you should greet the people with hello and handshake. So handshake is prohibited nowadays. Say namaste. Then use the appropriate words. You should use the appropriate words. That should not be a casual words. Okay. Be concerned for others. So you should have the concern for others, maybe for your employees, maybe for your subordinates or for your stakeholders. Try to understand your client's viewpoint and needs. So when you're talking with your clients, you should understand what they're trying to say and what is their particular situation. Understand your co-workers, superiors and subordinates viewpoints and needs. So this is in the time of the meeting. Maybe your co-workers will give some of the opinions, superiors will give some of the opinions and even your subordinates will give some of the opinions. You should consider each and everything and you should understand their viewpoints. Be empathetic to the viewpoint and needs of others. So you should be very empathetic to the viewpoints of the others. Don't brag about yourself. So you should not inform the unrealistic thing about yourself. Okay. The next principle of business protocol is dress appropriately. Your dress should be a proper always. Your dressing sense also matters. Okay, you cannot go for the presentation in the shorts and bunions, correct? So that is what you should be, a professional one. Then use proper languages. So you should be very careful about the languages sometimes. So if you're talking with your clients, if you're presenting something, then you should use the proper languages. The off-color jokes should not be there, and racist slurs should not be there. Racist is nothing but varna beda. Then, as you know, the sexist slurs, that also should not be there, and ethnic slurs should not be there. Okay, so be careful what you say on the phone in the work settings. So while you're speaking with the phone, if it is an emergency call in the meeting, then you should be very careful what you are speaking in the phone. Executive communication. This is one of the aspects. It's not exactly called a principle of a protocol, but this is very important aspect. You have already studied about the communication. Be a good listener first of all. If you want to be a good communicator, you should be a listener first. Pronounce the names correctly. So some of the names are there, like some British names, some of the Chinese names, you cannot pronounce it properly, and that's why you should read it before itself and try to pronounce it properly. Choose your words carefully. The words should be a proper one, and that's why you should be very careful about the words. Organize your thoughts before you speak, as some of the people do. So it should not be like that. Okay, you should organize, you should think about what you are going to speak. Make sure any written communication is correct. So if you are sending any circulars, any news, your communication should be proper one, it should be correct one. There are some words, sometimes it misguides someone, correct? So that's why you should be very careful about your circulars and the letters. Then the follow up, it moves the business relationship along. So up to today, whatever you did, you are going to take the feedback of that, and that's why you should follow up the things. Carefully choose those who you need to follow up with. So you should choose a proper team. Follow up should be a sincere one. A sincere follow up should be there. Okay, entertaining and gift giving. So this is one of the encouragement aspect. Your table manners reflect you and your company. So how you keep your table, how you keep your surroundings, that matters. So that reflects your personality and your company too. Consider the other person for the gift giving too. So if you got any gift, then, or if you want to give gift, so you should consider many persons, not only one person. Determine if appropriate. So you should determine it is that gift is appropriate. Follow his or her company's policies. So for your clients, you should follow their company's policies too. Be careful if it is a food item. So if the gift is a food item, you should be very careful. Okay. Some companies have a policies against gift giving and gift acceptance. So that's why you should not give the gifts if their policies is not accepting that one. Acknowledge gift with the prompt thank you. So if you received any gift, then you should say thank you so much, thank you very much, like that. So that will create some good opinion in the minds of your customers. So that's it for today's class. I think we are completed with unit 2. In coming class, we are going to start a new unit.